Hello everybody, this is Roman coming from New York again, and today, as I promised, I'm going to speak about the 6 steps that I'm doing for over a year and a half to keep up with my health and take care of the stress effects that we see in our everyday life. We went over the 6 steps yesterday, and now we're going to speak about step 2 today. But just briefly, for those who were not here yesterday, let's just go over them real quickly. Number 1, we have to adjust our philosophy or psychology and realize that we are thinking about things in different ways. Everybody has different beliefs, but one thing that we have to understand is the way we believe about our health reflects on our health. So there is 95% of people who believe that once it gets bad, when the illness strikes, you go to see a doctor fixes the problem. As you probably remember from yesterday, it doesn't mean necessarily when the problem is fixed, it's fixed 100%. And when the problem is fixed, something else probably gets damaged by the medications we all get. The second 5% of the population are thinking about how to avoid, how to prevent illness. And that's what I'm offering you guys to join our community, those 5%. The next step we're going to speak about today is activity or movement and how it is important in our life and how it's important for our well-being and health. So we'll get there in a moment. The third step is hydration. We'll speak about it the day after tomorrow, actually, because tomorrow we'll spend a little time on actual physical exercise. I'll give you some exercises that I do, and I would recommend you to try them out and see how they feel. But we'll get to hydration on Thursday. Internal hygiene, as we clean the house, so we have to clean our car, so we have to clean our body from inside out. And I like to compare our body with a car and our life as a highway. So if you want your car to run on the highway in good shape, you have to make sure that the car is clean and well maintained. That's what we're talking about when we speak about internal hygiene. Cellular nutrition. So as we have to clean the car, we also have to give it proper fuel. If you don't feed your car with proper fuel, then guess what's going to happen? The car is going to break down. So that's not something you want to happen on the highway. And finally is protection. Once you have your car all well done and polished and whatever, you want to make sure it stays that way. So that's where we're talking about protection. So we'll speak about that as well by the end of this week. So today we're going to speak about activities or action or movements. And it's probably not a secret. And in fact, most of the things I'm going to speak about today, they are not secret and we all know about them. But for some reason, many people don't pay too much attention to this simple and straightforward things. So thing number 1, we're born with muscles. I guess no objections to this. And our muscles are designed to move our body, to keep our bones in shape, to keep our posture correct. And if we don't exercise any of the muscles that we have, they are deteriorating and pretty much becoming obsolete. So you probably know, if you are, let's say I had a broken hand, and when I had it, my hand was in a cast for almost a month. So obviously when the cast was removed, it took me a while to get my hand and my hand strength back in shape. I also had broken leg, and same thing, I had a cast for almost a month, and then it took me a while to get my leg back in shape. So obviously, because the leg was not moving, the muscles were not exercised and not used, and they are deteriorating, and then it takes time to get them back in the same shape they used to be before. Now, many people take it and say, okay, so should I spend hours in gym? Or other people saying, it's okay, whatever it is, and I will leave as long as the faith gives me. But realistically speaking, this is the belief of the 95% of the population. The 5% are trying to find out the ways that are helping us to keep the body in good shape, and they use those steps that they finding out, like I did at some point a couple years ago when I found out about the system and I started taking these steps. I realized I don't have to spend hours in the gym to be in good shape, in the best shape of my life. In fact, after 17. Before 17, it was a different story. But once you find out something that works for you, you have to stick to it. Many people, in my experience, go from gym to gym, from martial art to martial art, from routine to routine, trying to find the secret one. And the secret is there is no secret routine. They all equally good as long as they done by professionals and done in diligent way. The only thing is we have to figure out which one works best for us, adapt it and stick to it and continuously work on it. And obviously you will be improving, so the number of repetitions may change, the duration of exercise may change, but the bottom line is you have to find what works for you. I found for myself, in terms of martial art, is regular exercise. That's good. I do Aikido for many years, in fact, over 20 years. It's good for my mental, it's good for my stability, it's good for my balance. It's not big on building muscles. So if you're looking to build muscles, you have to add something else. Like I do push-ups, I do chin-ups, I do roll for my belly. I do other activities, the physical activities, to build up my muscles to the extent I need, but I don't do it a couple hours a day. I don't even, in fact, do it a couple minutes a day. I do it once or twice a week for 15-20 minutes, and that keeps me in the shape that I am in right now. So when we're talking about activity, we have to understand a couple things. First, it has to be consistent. I hope you can see it. So it has to be consistent. It has to also be regular. Consistent meaning you're doing the same things that work for you. You have certain regime. Regular means you don't do it for 1 week and skip a couple of weeks because you went on vacation. Figure out a way to keep yourself active constantly. The best way that I found so far, if you cannot do anything else, pretty much everywhere you travel, you can do push-ups, you can do squats, you can walk. I learned today that walking is actually better exercise, way better exercise than running, especially for people who have extra weight. Running is very dangerous for their joints, for their spinal cord, for the legs in general. So if you have a problem with your weight, you better stop running if you do it right now and switch it to walking. If you walk for about 10,000 steps per day, that will take care of your physical exercise for the day without going to gym, paying extra fees, or worrying about meeting other people right now, right? Today we all have to be either home or somewhere where we don't interact with many other people. So one of the things you can obviously do is just walking. Now, doesn't have to be hard. Doesn't have to be hard. There is a belief, if it's hard, if it's painful, then it's working, and if it's not, then it does not work. Again, I learned today something that actually I'm excited to share. The very important and favorite exercise for many people, plank, should not be done for more than 15 seconds or 15-20 seconds, because different types of muscles get involved, and after the 20-second, the most important muscles that are actually trained in this exercise, they off. They're no longer working, so you're using completely different muscles that are not benefiting from this exercise. Yes, you sweat, yes, you get tired, but no, you're not getting the benefit you are looking for. And finally, I would recommend find a partner. Why find a partner? Because it's very hard for a person to do it on your own, and that's why it's always better to have somebody who will be like your accountability partner, your training partner, your sparring partner, a person who will be with you by your side, giving you encouragement, helping you to be there. Because when I started my exercise 2 years ago, I had nobody, so I had to come up with my little shadow partner, and I was able to do it, and it works until this day. So it's over 2 years now since I'm on my routine, and probably tomorrow I'll share my routine with you guys. So I'll just show you the 4 exercises that I've been doing for the last 2 years, and again, they working perfectly for my body. You can obviously take a look and see which one works for you. So let's sum up. We have the path to health, which is the 6 steps. If you took the first step and realized that you can take on the responsibility for your health and your life in your hands, and you decided to change your direction of your life from this moment on, then you're in the right place. The next step you have to accept is the fact that we have to move. If our muscles don't move, then they deteriorate. Whatever you're not using, you're losing. So make sure we remember that rule. And as to exercise, they have to be consistent, regular, doesn't have to be hard. You have to work to a certain extent. And again, as we speak with you further, as this channel will continue, we will be speaking about different types of workouts as well. And find a partner. That's the best way to be consistent, because you will have somebody else who you will be feeling responsible to, and try to not disappoint your partner. Stay tuned for tomorrow's session. It will be 5:15 approximately p.m. Eastern time. We'll speak about some exercises that I've been doing for the last 2 years. And if you like it, please do thumbs up, make your comments, share with your friends and family, and I'll see you all tomorrow at about 5:15. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Be well. Stay safe. Bye.